What does the number 589 mean to you? What about 985? Do you know any of these numbers? And these numbers have become a rallying cry for XRP users. For a few years now, Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple have been able to keep them going. Now is the time to talk about the 589 idea. I'll tell you everything you need to know about it. A lot of people in the XRP space have also made great posts about this. They've been working on it for a while and think they know what to do. Let's do it. These 589 people follow Brad Garlinghouse. This is, of course, Ripple at 985. Us.Thankx said that Brad and Ripple have both re-egg channels 589 and 985. Let us now look at what these numbers mean for XRP users. We're going to check this out. The $589 number began as a meme and a wild guess for the price in 2018. A few people in the community thought that XRP could reach $589 per coin. Through mysterious posts, someone who goes by the name Bearable Guy 3 spread a lot of information about this prediction. Over time, 589 became a rallying cry, a joke, and even the focus of some bizarre XRP-related claims. For a few years now, the people who follow Brad Garlinghouse on social media have been really cool. He's still working on this. Do you remember when we talked about all of that? He even has a scar on his face. The tattoo on his arm made him look like he was trying to say something. In this case, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, is known for always keeping the count at 5.89 on X. More people think that he is either making fun of the meme or giving the community a secret message. Law experts in Garlinghouse have made it clear that this number has nothing to do with the price of XRP or the direction of the market, even though a lot of people keep saying it. They mostly didn't pay attention to it because they saw it as a meme and not a real threat. Is B is short at Garlinghouse always making fun of all of us if it's a joke? That person is very good at it if that's the case. That's the reason I want to make that point. The idea of the ISO currency code is also interesting. It was new to me. Another thought is that the number 589 is linked to an empty spot in the ISO 421 currency standard. Some say that this room could be used for a future digital currency like XRP or Ripple's stablecoin R, LUSD. Even though the thought is fun, it's still just a guess since ISO assignments are written in letter order instead of number order. What about the number 985? This week, the number 985 got a lot of attention because it was linked to a court record in the SEC case against Ripple. That paper was called Future Files. It had the number 985. Some people in the XRP community think this is a big number milestone. They think the change from 589 to 985 means something important, but it's just a guess what that thing is. Legal experts and people from outside the case say there isn't a real link and that it's mostly just another case of community-driven numbers. It then goes on to say why this is important. People are more likely to interact with Garlinghouse and Ripple's social media accounts when they use 58995 a lot. This helps XRP fans feel like they are part of a group. After that, some messages from experts. Let me read this to you. A lot of important people and lawyers keep telling people that they shouldn't use these numbers as investment or real price goals. Most likely, Ripple doesn't want to be sued because of these numbers. Now, I did look around this site to find out more about it. Since you asked, I'm going to watch this great movie and break it down for you. Crypto has made some of the best movies ever, and this one is pretty much the best of them all. This has been seen by 668,000 people on X, one of the strangest 589s I've ever seen hidden in plain sight. Not really. How are you? That's too bad. This movie is about how 589 is linked to both XRP and Bitcoin. Explain this. I'm sure that the big picture trends in crypto will only get better. There are different ideas about how quickly those things will happen. That's what I meant to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. I don't know what CNBC was waiting for to back us up. I'm going to say it again. That was planned to happen. It's not possible that both events happened by chance, thanks to XRP drops for the find. The number 589 is not an XRP, which is even more interesting. Can you see that? The number is 985, 589. Yes, that's why you say it can't be a chance. In the movie, it looks like a Bitcoin. I also thought that Bitcoin and XRP would work well together, which is what I talked about in this video. This is because Bitcoin's proof of work energy use is meant to make real value. That amount of money will be sent through the XRP ledger's clean green consensus method. This movie also shows that the colors of the Bitcoin and Ripple logos were probably chosen because they make gold and silver look like they are charged and liquid. This means that gold is used to keep money safe and silver is used to pay for things, which again shows that they go well together. All of this made me think that there is probably one person behind both of these game-changing coins who isn't known to the public. The pieces are there to put them together, though. That could be why the Bitcoin source code wasn't made public until 589 years ago. May 8th, 2009. If there is a lot more going on behind the scenes than we know about, it might have been a group of smart cryptographers who like to solve puzzles. Who made Bitcoin and started the 589 thing? First, why? Why not use the 589 that is hidden in Bitcoin? Also, Satoshi didn't stay for long. His last email was on April 23, 2011. He said he was moving on to other things in it. In the exact 5 years, 8 months, and 9 days since Satoshi's last email, what took place? Brad Garlinghouse was chosen to be the CEO of Ripple. What are the odds? That might be why Brad Garlinghouse likes the number 589. It's possible that this is not a price, the weather. Because he was hired 5 years, 8 months, and 9 days ago, Brad might be making fun of the XRP community. I meant 5 years, 8 months, and 9 days after this last Satoshi email was sent. That could be the reason for 589. I only had a minute to quickly go over that with you. I meant to say that again in case you missed it. Turn. What the hell are the chances, you guys? There are also plans going on behind the scenes when you see the number 589. What else do you need to know to understand this? On May 8th, 2009, the Bitcoin source code was made available to everyone for the first time. The SEC approved release number 34 to 59895 at the same time. This was the file that made it possible for future digital asset goods like Bitcoin ETFs to be made legal and workable. This was a look into the future of tokenized money that we are now entering. It ended in the year 59895. What a crazy idea. I told ChatJP that the whole plan for digital asset ETFs was in this one file. It said, yes, Holy is right. A gold ETF was allowed in this SEC file from May 8th, 2009. It also laid out the rules for how all digital asset ETFs would work in the future. Do you know what this means? In other words, Bitcoin and other digital currencies had the number 589 built in before XRP. I thought that movie was really cool. How could I get that good again? Feel free to praise him when it's due. Look it over. You can also find them on X and YouTube. This is the account for X 70,000 fans. Look it over. It knows a lot of really useful things. Now, we talked about Pleasant Guy 123 when we first read about the 589 theory. I, for one, was following. On top of that, they are sure they know how to solve the other mystery that was shared here. When you look at these different colors, they're pretty nice. What are the night shields? One of these is the XRP flag, and this is the other. Purple is an XRP color that goes with red, which is pretty much the same as XRP blue. The blue dollar is always the US dollar. The euro and the yen are represented by yellow money signs. The yuan is the green money and XRP is the white money. In this way, both norms were broken and were then fixed. On both cases, this leads to the same criteria being shown. You could stay in this rabbit hole for the rest of your life if you don't listen to this advice. I try very hard not to get caught up in maybe the word fringe side isn't right, so I'd rather not use it. This isn't the plot part of things. I just don't think about it enough to come up with a better word for it. Though it's fun to look at, remember to stay away from going too far down the rabbit hole. This is something that a lot of people think they do, but they actually do.